knock every other party out and do whatever they like. So that shouldn't happen. You know, this administration should use these 3 standalone elections to showcase what they are going to do, you know, going forward. And INEC must redeem themselves. You know, it's a test for INEC.
So, Mr. Achonu, how crucial is this election for you?
For who? For me or the state?
For you and the state, yes, for you and the state. How crucial is this election?
Well, it's me and the state, we are the same thing because I'm here championing their cause. This is a very crucial election. Honestly, Imo needs to breed. As a matter of fact, it's not just Imo, because it's the entire Igbo land. It's from this state that this thing is being exported to Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, and Abia from the same location. And you ask yourself, how come a tiny space like that area cannot be policed? We have the army, we have the police, we have the DSS. How come they're not able to gather intelligence? Then let me ask you a question. Ask yourself, you journalists should investigate, find out why all the police stations that have been destroyed, they have not been repaired. I even took steps to repair some of them. Have not been supported by government, even by the police themselves. You begin to wonder how and why. And don't forget that the police commissioner here, Barade, was the same one that stayed here when the state government won 27 local governments. And then he was moved now to Adamawa to perform the same magic. And he's been brought back. You ask yourself why. You see, this thing, okay, let me ask you again. There was a prison break. This is the prison. Next door, DSS head office. Next door, police headquarters. Next door, government house. The brigade commander lives there. The commissioner of police lives there. The governor lives there. Same vicinity, within feet of each other. They held the prison hostage for more than 2 hours. Nobody came. Then suddenly after that, police stations were destroyed, burned, razed down. And then they have not been fixed up till today. I tried to fix it. One of the area command in Oriago, it was dynamited. And then let me tell you, there was somebody who committed murder in that location, who is rumored to be a drug peddler. And then there's a rumor also there's a traditional ruler involved.
Let's take
he has not been investigated up to now. The man was even arrested, about to be prosecuted. He's been set free.
Mr. Achonu, so let's take this conversation one step at a time.
Because we're definitely coming back
to security matters.
Something is wrong here. You know, so we need to take charge of the situation.
Mr. Achonu, we'll definitely get to talk about security matters because, I mean, one of the reasons we're having this conversation is for you to tell your people what you intend to do if you become governor of the state. So you're aiming to become the first person of special needs to be governor in the country. How challenging is the race for you on that account?
The race is not really a challenge because Imo likes, everybody wants a change. Now, as soon as I take over in January, I'm going to conduct the freest and fairest local government election in the history of this country. No matter which party, whichever party you emerge from, you will be sworn in. And then again, I'm going to, we have gas in abundance and we're living in darkness. In my house in the village, I've not had light for over 20 years. I will only use generator. And my people are suffering, they live in darkness. So I'm going to have 24/7 power immediately I take over in January. And then I'm going to create 6 industrial parks. You know, Igbos are known for pharmaceuticals, especially Olo people. So each geopolitical zone will have 2 parks. Olo will have a pharmaceutical park around Ida, North and South. Then on Haji Egbema, the goose that lays the golden eggs, will have oil and gas park. Then there's an industrial park already in existence in Owerri. No infrastructure, no road, no power, nothing. Factories have closed down. So I'm going to put the infrastructure for them and then put power. Already I said I'll put power first year in office by the grace of God. I'll try my best. Then, in Ngokpala, where you have the Sambakwe International Cargo Airport, we're going to create an industrial park. And then we will now activate that international cargo airport so that goods, since Zimbabwe built it, no cargo plane has ever landed there. I'm going to change that, so that business will flow, employment will be created. Then, Okigwe Zone, where I come from, we have granite, we have kaolin, and we're importing sanitary wares and tiles from China and Turkey. It doesn't make any sense. So with power now, we'll be able to attract manufacturers, industries to come into the space. You recall that palm oil used to be the mainstay of our economy. We used to export palm oil, and now we import. So we plan to make every autonomous community eventually plant 10,000 yearly. We'll start with local governments. Once then we encourage local governments to encourage each autonomous community to plant 10,000 tenora palm trees every year. That's our target. So for the next 5 years, we'll realize 50,000 in each autonomous community. We have about 600 autonomous communities in Imo State. So with that, we'll now we'll encourage businessmen to come and set up processing plants so that whatever is produced we have off-takers for them. So it will generate a lot of wealth. Can you imagine the kind of wealth it will generate? We'll not even be looking at money from FAC allocations. So we'll generate our own money, our own wealth, create a lot of employment. That's what I've been promising them. And then in education as well. We used to be first, second, and third. Now we are 24. Everything has gone haywire since this government took over. Everything. So we're going to retrain our teachers. We're going to train our teachers. And then, you see, there's something stifling business around here. Every half a kilometer, you have police checkpoint. That has to go. Governors have security vote. They should support these poor policemen who don't even have houses of their own. I had a very bitter experience. One Mohammed, a policeman that was working for me, then we went to somewhere in Nasarawa. As we were passing out, he said he wanted to go and see his family. I went there. I saw this man's family, 3 little children. They were living in one room. They used bed sheets to separate kitchen from the mattress on the floor that was passing for a bedroom. I was in shock. As soon as I came into Abuja, I went and confronted Okiro. He was the IG at that time. Confronted him. In fact, I piled so much pressure. That was when they had that housing scheme that went wrong. I had to redirect the housing scheme. In fact, I put so much pressure that I had to create a housing department. And then I spent my own money. I used my own money, over 60 million, to generate data for the police to be able to have to engage in that housing scheme. But it didn't take off because I didn't want to get involved in the contract. I just wanted to support them with data and redirect the whole exercise. So now I'm going to do that for security agencies. So long as you work in my state, you can participate. If you want to have a house in Imo, you participate in the mortgage that we're going to deliver. We're going to make sure that every worker is entitled to a house. These are men who stand on the street every day. So you don't blame. That's why they're poorly paid in the first instance. So they can't even afford to own a house. So I'm going to change all that. So they will now concentrate on policing and leave these poor motorists alone that they're badgering every day. So I'm going to create an enabling environment, a very stable environment for business to thrive and grow, for Igbos to come and invest in their homeland. That's my dream, that's my target. And I'm going to achieve it.
All right, so we still have other sectors to talk about. But before then, you're contesting on the platform of the Labour Party. How will you rate the chances of your party against the ruling APC and the PDP in the states?
The APC government here didn't win any election. They came fourth. But surprisingly, they are now in government. And then, let me be honest with you. There is no... you should do your own investigation. You're a journalist. Do your own investigation. APC doesn't exist in this state. It's just a bunch of big men, traditional rulers who are so scared for their lives. They have been cutting off the heads of traditional rulers almost there's no month you don't hear about one incident or the other. They've been slaughtering people. So look at my brother, former governor Ikedion Hakim.
Mr. Chonuk, please, in the course of this conversation, Mr. Chonuk, I need you to listen to me. In the course of this conversation, please kindly stay away from unpleasant statements. And I mean, you should please kindly mind your choice of words. So, like I understand. All right. So I understand there was a lot of pressure from all sides. As a journalist,
I'm sure you should have all this information. Everything I talked about here, you already know about them. They're in the public domain.
I was talking about name calling. I was talking about name calling.
Everything I've said here is in the public domain.
Yeah. So I understand there was a lot of pressure from all sides for you to take up, run for the office of governor. So how popular are you? I'm asking this question because some people are saying that you're only banking on the popularity of Peter Obi to win this election.
Well, I guess it's because of Akurulo. I've been preaching for Igbos to come home and develop their homeland. So I've been trying to invest. Each time I bring in an investment, the government will attack it, will try to frustrate it. So, but I kept doing it, we kept persevering. Because let's face it, even ordinary toothpick, we import it. This country is going to blazes. We don't produce anything. So that's what I've been preaching. As a matter of fact, because of the campaign of Peter Obi from consumption to production. So I tried to key into it. That's why I left politics completely for some years now. But that's what brought me back into politics. I said, okay, this is a good idea, and this is what I've been preaching. I've been doing it as a private person, trying to generate employment, trying to produce things. I'm even trying to export food. This intra-African trade, I've invested now so I can, benefit from it by exporting to other African countries. Nigeria is a gold mine waiting to be tapped. Nobody's doing that. I hope this government will do something about it.
All right. So let's talk about your academic qualification. There is a debate over that, and some people say a school certificate holder may not be the best option for Imo State. How will you react to this?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was at an interview I granted to, I think it was AIT or is it Channels? Or I think maybe it's you. When I said that, I don't blame Boko Haram, who said that Western education is haram. You have had our PhD holders who have stolen this country blind, who don't even know what to do, who have tried. We have had them for years. Where have they taken us? So, I don't want to talk about my educational background. I have school cert. So, and I'm going to fix my state. I'm not claiming to have this thing to fix Nigeria. But I'm going to fix my state. We have tried PhD, people who have 3, 4 PhDs in this country as commissioners, as ministers. They have not done anything. And they even lived in countries where things work very well. Let me tell you about myself. In the Senate, I sponsored a bill to stop subsidy. It was stood down. They didn't. In the Senate, I was only there for 7 months. The school cert holder. I sponsored a bill to stop the killings in Zamfara, the illegal mining activities. How did I do that? I said, let nobody export any mineral resource without processing it at even primary stage. The Kenyan president said the same thing. Everybody is applauding him. Maybe because I'm a school cert holder. When I sponsored that bill, maybe it wasn't taken serious because I'm a school cert holder. But I did, because I figured that if you did that, if you had passed that bill, we'll be able to tell what the quantity of soil minerals that are being excavated, and then be able to generate revenue from it, be able to create employment with it, be able to generate a lot of, technology, acquired technology. Now, another thing it will do, it will stop illegal mining and the illegal killings. The North is a killing field. The mafia that ruined Congo, they are here.
My question.
I raised alarm then, But I'm a school
Mr. Achonu, you're drifting away from my question. You would agree with me that...
I designed a program to build houses for every Nigerian worker. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Thank you.
Mr. Achonu, you're drifting away from my question. I mean, you would agree with me that as someone who is seeking to represent a whole state, your people need to know whether or not you're capable of governing.
Being a school staff holder, how I hope to, whether I'll be able to do the job. That's what.
So let's be clear. Is it that you do not have any other certification, or you just do not want to tender them?
I don't have any other certificate. No, I don't have.
So, if you're to deliver on critical concerns, like you've said, insecurity, unemployment, deteriorated infrastructure, healthcare, and education, how do you think having just a secondary school certificate would help you make informed critical decisions?
Well, if a school cert holder can generate all these ideas, I'm self-schooled. In fact, I think I've studied more than a PhD holder. So let me leave it at that. So if you want to find out about me, talk to so many people who are in banking circle. Talk to Jonathan Goodluck, ask Jonathan about me and my ideas. Maybe former President Obasanjo, talk to men, talk to bankers, like President of Afrexim Bank. You can talk to him. Talk to so many managing directors of banks. They will tell you who I am. About me, about my brainwave. I think I've studied more than 5 PhD holders. I'm self-schooled.
Okay. So an aggrieved aspirant to your party's primary, and that's Basil Maduka, challenged your candidacy up to the Supreme Court, where you won. How did that impact your campaign and preparations for the election?
No, he didn't challenge he didn't at all. Maduka didn't sue me. Maduka sued somebody. It was a scam. Maduka sued somebody else that, I don't know where that one came from. I don't know how it happened. My only interest was that they mentioned Labour Party. Maduka sued somebody claiming that he won primaries of Labour Party. Well, I don't, for the life of me, I can't imagine where that one took place. So, and then they didn't serve my party. They went and served a group calling themselves a Papa faction. So when I heard it, this is an incredible country. Anything is possible. So by the time I heard it was late, I tried to join. They declined. They said it was late. I kept quiet. They went on appeal. I tried to join again because the judge declined jurisdiction and dismissed the matter. He went on appeal. The same thing happened. The appeal court declined jurisdiction and dismissed the matter. So and then they were wondering why I was still pursuing the case when it was in my favor. They had declined jurisdiction. So I withdrew my own appeal because I tried to appeal to go to Supreme Court. The moment I withdrew the appeal and the case was dismissed, they say, oh, they have won. You understand? That's just a scam. They're trying to make people, because people believe so much. Look, excuse me. If I am not the candidate to beat, ask yourself this question. Why is all this going on? It's because Imo is about 90% Labour.
So that's where I'm going to, because I know that... Because I know another party member, Joseph Ukwago, popularly known as the Kinga, also sought consequential order against your candidacy, which was rejected by the Supreme Court. Why so much opposition against you within your own party?
Has ever taken me. The only person who has taken me to court is Honorable, former Honorable Member of the State House of Assembly. He took me to court. But I'm the only person who has a judgment affirming that I'm the authentic candidate of Labour Party. He took me to court. I won that case. The judge affirmed, in Abuja Federal High Court, they affirmed that I'm the authentic candidate of the Labour Party. And that case wasn't appealed. But why would a journalist ask such a question? It's only my name. You heard that INEC just announced that the Bayelsa State, they removed the name of the APC candidate. In Imo is Senator Neji Atan Achono. is the authentic candidate of Labour Party. It's there in their portal. You know, so there shouldn't be any question as to the candidacy of a Labour Party. I'm suspecting that, I don't know, I don't want to be rude, but journalists are supposed to, you know, let the public know the truth.
So that's why we're asking these questions, so people can know the true position of things, and that's why you're here to answer these questions.
Not me. You won't believe me. If you ask me, you ask Ikenga, you ask the other man, then you keep confusing the public.
We will definitely believe you if you say the truth, Mr. Achonu.
Shehu did the other day. Shehu affirmed me as the authentic candidate because he had asked INEC. He saw it on the portal. You know?
All right, but I need you to understand that the reason you're here is to give us and give the people, especially your own people, the true situation of things. But let's move on. How much support are you getting from the presidential candidate of the Labour Party towards winning this election?
That's my leader.
Mr. Achonu, did you hear my question?
Of my party and my leader. You know, a very capable leader for that matter. And he's supporting me. He's been campaigning with me. We were in Olo the other day. Although that the governor cannot go to Olo. And me and Peter went there. We went to Osu. We passed through Osu. People were healing us. You know, the governor can't go Osu. He bombed Osu to. I don't know. It's crazy. You people should please come and expose what is happening here. You people should expose what is happening in Imo State. Please, I'm begging you, come and save this state. Come and expose what is going on. Investigate it, because we don't have the capacity to do that. You people are the DSS. You come and investigate thoroughly and expose everything that is happening here. It's very important for this government, because Nigeria needs good governance right now. At this stage where we are, look at the price of petrol. Look at the price of dollar. We need a free and fair election in this state. We need people to renew confidence in the system. Very, very important and very, very critical. Very, very important.
All right. Mr. Achonu, let's take a break. I've been speaking with the governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Imo State, and tonight we're discussing preparations ahead of the state governorship election. We'll take this break and I will be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Politics Tonight, and I've been speaking with Mr. Athan Achonu, governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Imo State. Mr. Achonu, there was an issue, and I would like some clarification.
Senator
Uzodimma accused
Athan
you.
Achonu, not Mr. Athan Achonu.
Can you go again? All right. Governor Uzodimma accused you.
Senator Athan Achonu.
All right, I got that. Governor Uzodimma accused you of claiming to have built primary health care centers across the 27 local government areas of the state and threatened to arrest you. Governor Uzodimma accused you. All right. Governor Uzodimma accused you of claiming to have built primary health care centers across the 27 local government areas of the state, and he also threatened to arrest you. I would like to know if that has been resolved.
The fact, I like this question. This will expose the kind of character that we have here as a governor. I have built 27 health centers, fully furnished 26. That is the same manner which the governor wants to export 4,000 youths to Europe, claiming that he signed agreement with EU. And you know the kind of governor we have here. I've been waiting for him to come and arrest me that I have not built any health center. I'll be walking the streets. In fact, I will come down around government. I'll be walking so that they will come and arrest me. Nobody has arrested me. So come and investigate and tell Nigerians the kind of character we have in government house. Please.
All right. So you represented Imo North Senatorial District in the National Assembly. How has that prepared you for the task of governing Imo if elected governor?
That experience was a piece of cake. I told you what I was able to achieve, try to achieve in 7 months. I was frustrated. I left. I did a lot. You go to my place, ask my people. I can't talk about my achievements. If my people that would tell you that, make your own inquiries, investigate about me, find out about me, what my people think of me. I can boldly say that if I come out in Okigwe zone and say, support this man, he will win the election. It's been happening. I'm not boasting. And I campaigned without giving anybody a dime. I never gave transport money to anybody. It's on record. It's on record. I never bought any votes. I never spent any money campaigning. I only spent money entertaining because I could afford it. That's all I did. You know, if you come to my house, you eat, you drink. Penny for transport, I never gave. And I won landslide. They tried this, they rerun. I led with 10,000 the first election. Rerun, I beat them with 12,000. And they forged the result. Do you know that INEC that gave me, there was an AIG no more here, who was on duty the night INEC didn't want to release my result to me. I had to call him and threaten them. They released my result because he intervened. Do you know that INEC didn't come to court to defend my result? But they now had an internal investigation only to discover that that other result was forged. They never made it public up till now.
All right. So you've campaigned that your concern is to combat high rates of youth unemployment in Imo State. How do you intend to do this?
I've already said that. I told you what I'm going to do. I said I'm going to create industrial parks, bring in investors. I'm going to activate the Imo airport. There's something I have done already in my village. I created an agro park that can employ 2,000 people. We're going to replicate it. I'm going to invest. Investors are waiting. Igbos who believe in me, businessmen, they are waiting for me to create an enabling environment for them to come in. They are the ones who piled pressure on me to run. I didn't want to run. They piled pressure, but I saw reason in what they were saying, their argument, that I'm the only one who can take out the government in place. So, and then create the enabling environment that they need to come in and invest. So you will see, we'll hit the ground running.
Right.
Even, autonomy of local governments alone will create a lot of jobs, you know. So, and then once this place is stabilized, Igbos were businessmen. That's what we are known for. They will run away from here because of the environment has been hostile. Like I tried to build a Radisson Hotel so many years ago. When Rocha Sokrocha immediately came into power, I started doing on Hakim. Immediately he came in, he put a stop to it, stop work order. You know. Then I tried to build a mega mall. You know, investments have been bringing. Government has been fighting it. I had a refinery license to build a modular refinery, 20,000 barrel capacity. Government built about 47 hectares because the plan was to buy up to 200 hectares, then build the modular refinery, generate more power than is needed for that refinery from within itself that can power an industrial park so that people can come there and site their factories so that we can have, because of the absence of power that has chased them out of Imo State. Now, I bought 47 hectares. Government came and built a road blocking it. So because they stopped my hotel, they built a road stuck in the middle of Imo Hotel that I bought. I own 60%. They built it. So I gave up. I said, well, let me wait for this government to leave, you know, then before I can now bring back my investment. So I told my partners to, you know, take a break while I just wait this government out. And then this other government, Hope Uzodinma, now came in through a court order. I was hoping that a man, for the life of me, I can't believe it, a man who came in through a court order, the court finally, Federal High Court finally gave judgment in my favor that everything Rocha has built on that land is null and void because I'm a majority shareholder, because he can't do anything there without my consent. And that they should come and render account for everything that has, all the income in the last 9 years, and give me 60% profit and pay me 100 million in damages. It's over we're going to 3 years now. Hope Uzodinma has not obeyed the court order. Instead, he has gone back to that location, started a new structure. I've gone to court, but because of his political season, so the judge has been out of town and been busy. Because I'm going to stop that rubbish they're doing there. They're disobeying court order, blatantly. It's a shame for a man who is governor based on a court order. It's a shame. That shows you the kind of character he is.
I mean, this is a lot of accusation, and I hope the governor comes forward to clarify all these issues. But let's get back to my question. The word has gone.
You can call both of us. Call both of us at the same time, so that we can.
All right.
I'll send you. If you can text me your email address, I'll send you all copies of the whole judgment and everything. Send you pictures of what he's doing there right away, so you can call him for questioning.
So let's get back on track. The world has gone digital, and I mean, you would agree that technology has brought so much civilization through the internet. And I'm taking you up on this because we were talking about young people. So how do you intend to harness the potential in that sector to reduce youth unemployment in Imo State?
You see, the absence of power has done a lot of damage. I was just talking to an executive director of Sterling Bank. It was yesterday. I think it was just yesterday. We were talking about tech hubs. I've hit the ground running already. Talking to so many banks. We are creating tech hubs, so that young people can have jobs. I don't plan to export anybody or go and enslave anybody in Europe or Canada. We are creating the hubs here so that they can now, outsourcing it. So that's what generated a lot of wealth for India. So we're going to do the same here. I think I'm going to send you my manifesto so you can see all the beautiful things we intend to do here. Already we have hit the ground running. We are talking to investors, financiers. They are waiting for me to just get sworn in. And then you will see what will happen here.
Right. So let's talk about insecurity, which is a big challenge in Imo State. According to you, Imo State is the center of insecurity in the entire Southeast. So what will you do differently to address this if elected governor?
See, I said it's not rocket science. Once we have elected councillors and chairmen, we will now send the law to the House of Assembly for vigilantes to be created for every local government, 30-man vigilante. If you have a councillor elected by the people in every ward, there is no way the councillor will not know when a stranger, a criminal, enters into his immediate environment. You see, the problem we have been having is that the citizens don't identify with the government. They are not part of the governance. You understand? So they don't relate with it. So they don't cooperate with it. They don't work with it. They are afraid of it. Especially this particular government right now in power. Because of the killings, the arson, everything happening. That is the bombing. This is the first time in my life that I see that an army can bomb its own citizens. It's unbelievable. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to now, do that. The vigilante will work in partnership with police, the DSS, and the civil defense. Already, I have spent my personal resources to try to fix police stations. I bought land in the Himembano. I fixed the area command at Oriago. I bought a house first in the Himembano. It's still there, unoccupied. They said it's inside. I now bought a land by the road, exactly opposite where those two pickups filled with young, innocent policemen and soldiers were killed and burnt to death. Exactly opposite it. I bought a large piece of land. They wouldn't let me build it. They wouldn't give me go ahead. I paid Innocent 100 million of my personal resources to fix, because after I fixed the area command and it was dynamited, so I begged the former IG to please give me men so that they would stay there while my contractor was rebuilding that place. Do you know that the policeman advised me that, sir, for them to stay here, that they need armored personnel carriers so that they'll be safe while they're protecting my people. I paid money to Innocent to fix 9 APCs. During the last local House of Assembly election, they were supposed to give me about 5 of them, but they didn't. Up till they told me that there are no, after fixing it, the Commissioner of Police, it was the commander of the mobile police force, yes, that told me that they didn't have any drivers. When the commissioner asked him to give me some drivers to drive it. Up till now, none of them has been deployed in my local government. So that place has not been fixed. And I'm not in control, I'm not in charge of the security vote of the state. So you can see that nobody wants to help and stop this insecurity, in spite of all the efforts I have made, and I'm sure several others have done the same. So if I can do this as a private citizen, then imagine what I'll do as a governor.
All right. So candidates have signed a peace accord. How has this helped to douse tension in the state? And are we sure there will be no violence on election day?
Peace accord? Peace
Absolutely.
Accord. How can there be any peace accord without the governor signing his own? We were all invited. The governor is the chief security officer of the state that has been, in fact, has been torn apart by insecurity. And then they call us for a debate to be able to sign the peace accord. I came, the PDP governor came, the AA governor came, ABGA governor came, Accord governor came, the APC governor never showed up. So there is no peace if he hasn't signed the peace accord. So he has declared war. That's what it means.
Interesting. So there is also this talk about Charter of Equity. What's your take on it, Senator?
Please, my dear, we are all human beings. How can it be equitable that Olo will be there for 8 years, then Hakim from Okigwe zone will hold it for 4 years, Olo came and snatched it from him, did another 8 years, then Emeki Hedionha entered, did 7 months, then Olo took it from court, have done 4 years, and it can only be equitable after Olo does another 4 years. Who is fooling who? Who do these people think we are? It is fear. Even Hakim that they snatched the thing from for 4 years is even afraid to speak out. So, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him, honestly. If somebody shot at me the way they shot at him in his armored car, I think I'll keep quiet.
Senator Achonu, before I let you go this evening, how will you rate?
It's my turn. It is turn of my zone. My zone did only 4 years, and we are the first that took a turn after Olo. So now, after us, I will make sure that it goes to Owerri zone that it belongs to after Okigwe. So I will make sure of that. I'm a man of integrity, and I believe in freedom of choice and equal opportunity. So they believe
how will you
anyway.
rate INEC's preparation for this election?
The whole Owerri zone, they are rooting for me. The whole Olu zone, they are rooting for me. So I mean, before I let you go this evening, how will you rate? Charter of Equity starts from Okigwe zone. Once Okigwe zone finishes, or Owerri zone's done, then it goes back to Olo. That's how it can become equitable.
All right. Well said. So, how will you rate INEC's preparation for this election? Now, what do you think INEC needs to do to ensure credible election in Imo State?
Well, everybody's suspicious of INEC. I must tell you the truth. Everybody's. I hope Mahmoud looks like a gentleman to me. Professor Mahmoud, I don't know him personally, but he looks like a perfect gentleman to me, honestly. But looking at him, I don't know what went wrong. So I hope, I'm looking up to him personally to do the right thing. I believe he owes it to Nigerians to see that the right thing is done. So I want a free and okay, let me tell you what is happening in Imo now. There is a certain, there's a lady who was the electoral umpire for the state, who became a rec, was moved to Ebonyi State. Then all the officers under her have been sent to Imo to now replace the ones here. So I think it's deliberate. INEC should look into it immediately. And the rumor mill here has it that he's living in government house. So I don't know how far that is true, you know. So, and then the rec is said to be the sister of the Southeast Zonal Chairman of APC. So you can imagine what is going to happen here. So we need Mahmoud to come to our rescue. And then the rumor has it everywhere that results have been written. So,
right,
you know, to favor a
that's
particular political party. What we need here now is that the fact that all the result sheets have to be authenticated before all the candidates. And then we escort them to our various local governments and polling units to make sure that we have a free and fair. And then let me ask a question. I want to ask the IG and the Chief of Army Staff this question, and the DGSS. Are they saying that they cannot provide enough security to protect this process? That there's a rumor that there are some places that you can't hold the election because of insecurity. 3 states of the Federation only having election on the same day, and Nigeria cannot secure it. It means we can't secure our country, then that's what it means. If a gang of bandits can make it's unbelievable. I don't want to think that the security agencies can say that.
All right. Senator Arthur Achone, it's been wonderful having this conversation with you. Thank you for coming on Politics Tonight, and thank you very much for sharing with us your agenda for the people of Imo State. We wish you the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, but please investigate all these allegations, please. Take them very serious. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for watching. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But the conversation continues from here. Get in touch with us on X at TVC News NG and at Olajumoke OO using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Goodbye.
Bye, Mom.
He's going to play in this weather? Why did you let him go? He might fall ill.
And if he doesn't go out for practice, how will he win more trophies? To protect our family from illness-causing germs during the rainy season, we use Dettol soap every day.
Dettol with germ defense gives you protection. Raining season brings a lot of germs, and Dettol soap's germ defense protects you from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
Voted as the best TV station of the year. TVC News breaks into the core of every event as they happen.